Music is the sound of the soul. You've heard this, right? Well, it's true. We are all in love with a specific music genre that lightens up our mood every time we hear a song. There's no denying the fact that we're always desperate to meet our favorite bands or artists in person. Hey everybody, welcome back to Modern Luxury. Today, we're going to go over the top 10 highest grossing world tours in history. Thousands of people gather every year to watch their loved musicians play live. About 3.54 million people attended the biggest concert in history. Mind-blowing, isn't it? All these people in just one place. Well, let's get started. Here are the top 10 highest grossing world tours in history. The U2 Vertigo Tour. The Irish rock band U2 made a phenomenal worldwide concert tour named Vertigo Tour. There were about 131 shows in different parts of the world. The tour was organized in highly attended arenas and stadiums from March 2005 to December 2006. The tour had about 110 sold-out concerts, and it was one of the biggest world tours ever made by the band. The tour was aimed to support their album How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. The tour was later depicted in 3 concert films and became the second highest grossing world tour at that time. The Dublin Boys formed the band back in 1976 and gave the world some of the biggest hits. This remarkable world tour made around $415 million. Number 9. The Metallica Worldwide Tour. The American heavy metal band made one of the longest world tours in history, from 2016 to 2019. The tour was meant to support their studio album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. The tour started in Puerto Rico and ended in Germany after giving some of the most memorable shows around the world. The Worldwide Tour had 159 shows, and most of them were in Europe and North America. Metallica also played at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards in 2017 as part of the tour. Since their live debut in 1982, the legends have come a long way. The football grounds were filled with fans, and the cheapest ticket was around $100. The worldwide tour of Metallica grossed over $416.9 million, making it one of the top grossing world tours in history. Number 8. AC/DC Black Ice World Tour. The Australian rock stars lightened up the world with their astonishing Black Ice World Tour. The tour was planned to support their 15th album, Black Ice. 168 shows of the tour were simply remarkable. It started in Pennsylvania in 2008 and ended in Bilbao, Spain in 2010. It was AC/DC's last tour with Malcolm Young, the rhythm guitarist who left the band in 2014 due to poor health conditions. It won the Major Tour of the Year title in 2009 by Pollster Concert Industry Awards. The Aussies made an average of $2.6 million per show gross from the Black Ice Tour. Phil Rudd and Brian Johnson also left the band after this legendary world tour. AC/DC made over $441.6 million from this tour. Number 7. Billy Joel. Billy Joel in concert. Billy Joel is an American singer and composer who is famous by the name Piano Man after he released the album and a signature song with the same name. He is one of the best-selling music artists in the world. He has over 160 million records sold worldwide, making him immensely successful in the music industry. Billy Joel in Concert Tour started in 2014 and is currently ongoing. So, if you're planning to be part of one of the highest grossing world tours in the world, here's your chance. It might end in December 2022, so book your slots as soon as possible. There are about 168 scheduled shows, and most of them are completed now. Billy Joel has shunned the box office with $454.9 million, and it's not the end of the tour yet. Number 6. Roger Waters' The Wall Live. It was the first time that Roger Waters' album The Wall was performed in its entirety by the band since 1990. The first leg of the North American tour grossed over $89.5 million, making it the second highest grossing tour in North America back in 2010. The 3-year world tour from 2010 to 2013 was epic. It became the highest grossing tour for a solo musician in 2013 and broke the record of Madonna, the Queen of Pop. The tour started in Toronto and ended in Quebec City. Roger Waters managed to give a sensational 219 shows to the world. The documentary about the tour was made in 2014, and memorable footage was added from his 213 shows. The founding members of Pink Floyd managed to play the leading role in the tour, grossing over $458.6 million. Number 5. Coldplay, A Head Full of Dreams Tour. It was the 7th concert tour of the British rock band. Coldplay arranged the tour to support their album A Head Full of Dreams. The tour started in March 2016 and ended in November 2017. The tour consisted of 122 shows. At the time of its conclusion, the tour became the 3rd highest-grossing world tour in the world. The attendance to Coldplay's tour was a massive 5.38 million. The British band met at University College London and started playing music in 1996. The band gained prominence rapidly among the young generation. Millions of tickets were sold, and people were desperate to hear them live. And who doesn't love them? Generation Z is madly following the London-based band. A Head Full of Dreams tour grossed over $523 million, although the tour had limited shows and lasted only a year. Number 4. The Rolling Stones, A Bigger Bang Tour. The English rock band with a legacy of 6 decades made a sensational world tour named A Bigger Bang Tour. The tour started in 2005 and ended in 2007 with 147 shows. It was the biggest tour made by the Rolling Stones. Even big celebrities were making their way through to get the tickets. The diamond seating ticket cost over $350 each. Mick Jagger made the surprise club show in Toronto, and the final show took place at London's O2. Millions of people attended the tour. Videos from their concerts took the internet by storm when only a little chunk of the global population had the internet in their homes. The Bigger Bang Tour was surely enough to gross over $558.3 million. And in the number 3 spot, Guns N' Roses, Not in This Lifetime Tour. We were all expecting this name on the list, right? This hard rock band is one of the most successful bands in the world. Their Not in This Lifetime tour started in 2016 and ended almost 3 years later in 2019. It became the 2nd highest-grossing world tour in 2017 and was honored at the Billboard Live Music Awards in 2017. The American hard rock band never expected to become one of the biggest metal bands in history. The band has been active since 1985 and has sold over 100 million records worldwide. Over 5 million people attended their tour. It was their 3rd longest tour in almost 4 decades. The Not in This Lifetime tour made over $584.2 million, becoming the 3rd highest-grossing world tour in history. Number 2. The U2 360 Tour. The band, formed at Mount Temple Comprehensive School, never imagined making the record for the highest-grossing concert tour in 2011. The U2 360 Tour became the highest-attended tour with a whopping 7.2 million tickets sold. It was the first time a band toured with such a unique style, as they performed on the longest stage ever constructed, the Claw. It took 120 semi-trucks to move the stage between stadiums. The tour had 3 legs with 110 shows, which began in Barcelona and ended in Moncton. The tour was even paused due to an injury to lead vocalist Bono, who suffered a back injury. The U2 360 Tour is the 2nd highest-grossing world tour, as it made over $736.4 million. And in the number 1 spot, Ed Sheeran Tour. The 3rd world convert tour of Ed Sheeran became the highest-grossing tour in the world. The English songwriter made the tour to support his album Divide. The tour consisted of 160 shows, starting in Turin and ending in Ipswich. More than 8.9 million people bought tickets for his show. The syrup-sweet voice of Ed made the whole world fall in love with him. The Divide tour grossed over $776.2 million and became the most successful world tour in history. If you missed out on this tour with Ed Sheeran, don't worry. Ed's 4th world tour is ongoing. Don't forget to grab your tickets now for this one. These were the highest-grossing world tours in history.